So first things first is to keep this walker and my splints closer to the bed, as close as that I can pull it, because I need to go in my wheelchair and transfer, so need a gap. Now that's a chappal that I use along with this splint to walk. Now let me transfer here and then put the splint. Alright, so I've transferred my wheelchair to the bed, and that's the splint in front of me. These are my legs. Thin legs. I've lost a lot of muscle because I don't use my legs. So why do I stand? Because our bones are brittle. If you don't use it, it'll break at some point. So for bone strength, I need to stand. That's how it is. Now let me show you how this splint works. Let me first move this wheelchair a little backwards and then pull this walker towards me. Then I'll show you how the splint works. Alright, so I've got the splint. So how it works is my legs go inside this and there is a joint here. So basically the problem is I cannot lock my knee. So when I cannot lock my knee, what happens is if I stand, the knee will bend. So I can never stand. So the knee has to be straight. That's the reason we have a lock here. And if I unlock it on both sides, I can actually bend this like this, right? So I need to bend like this and put my leg inside and then straighten this and lock it. So once I lock, my knees will be straight, right? Now to show how to put this is something tricky. Let me see if I can take my video of my own, but yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, so using a front camera and see if I can do it. So as I mentioned, to wear this splint, so this is for the right leg one. So I'll bend this. That's how it's bent. Keep it on the right side. So there are three places where I have to look. One is here, one is on my knee using this, and the other one is at ankle. I cannot show all three, but then yeah, I'll try my best. Okay, so I need to lift this leg and put it inside the splint. So you can call it as a caliper, a splint, people call it different names. So when I lift my leg, I obviously lose my balance. So I lift my leg and keep it like this and pull this up. And then use my two hands to put this inside. Alright, sort of. And if you look at here, you see my leg is inside, but then I have to adjust a little. Here I'm not sure. I don't know if let me do that in another video. Again, reversing the camera here. Unfortunately, I found another option. So yeah, so I push my leg inside this so that it goes and fits inside. So this is the first point. We have to lock the ankle so that the ankle does not come out. The ankle is very, prone to break part. So that's why we have this white covering all over the ankle and the cuff, so that there's nothing happening, no twist, no turns. So the leg is now inside. Now the other part is to tighten the thighs. I use this strap to tighten it. Earlier it was very tight, now it's very loose because I'm losing a lot of muscle. There's nothing I can do about it. That is done. That's done. Now I need to wear the chappal. To wear the chappal, it's pretty easy. Lift it and put it on this thigh, like so. Okay, now then I take this chapel and wear it. So what do I take? I'll just bend over and then take one, which is the other leg. So take this. It's always a confusion for me which one goes in which leg, because you know this comes in this side because I bend my knee like this. So I think it's on left, but it's actually right. All right. Now I need two hands to wear it. It's very simple. Put it like this and then lock the the chapel. That's how it is. So one leg is done. Not yet. I need to straighten this, which is a tedious task. And then what? And then I have to lock it. I'll try to show it, but it's a little tricky. But yeah, let me wear the other splint by then. Alrighty. So for both legs now, it's a task to straighten the legs. Okay, why it's a task? Because see, it goes up to this, but it has to go fully straight. I don't have power, zero power on my legs, so I have to use my hand to straighten it. Let me sit a little front so that I get entire freedom of my hands to make it straight. So let me take a pause here. Alright, so I'm very close to the edge of the bed and I have to hold this hand here so that I don't fall, because once I fall with this thing I have to lift the weight of this as well. It's not very light. Now I bend a little and then pull my calf to maximum that I can do. Now I give a little shake like this by pressing here. So when I give a little shake, I'm a little worried because I'm using my other hand to hold the mobile, but ideally I use it for holding here so that I don't fall. But I hope I don't fall. If I fall, I have to remove it and get up. It's a little difficult. I need to use both hands. So one hand here, the other hand here, and push it down so it becomes straight. And once it is straight, I use this to strap my knees and lock it tight so that it don't bend. Okay, let me try that and show it to you how it works. Alrighty, there you go. One leg done. Now, okay, see, this is a spasm which comes because of my muscle tone. There's no, and that's the reason I take the baclofen medication. Otherwise, even during night, my legs will shiver and I wake up. And then I push it like this and try to lock it. Yeah, I could do it in one hand. Because of the spasm, thanks to the spasm, when there's a spasm, my legs go straight. Alright, that's there. And this one is here. I need to tighten a little bit. I need both hands to tighten it. Give me a second because there's a small bend you can see. Let me try it. Alright. Now my legs are straight. Even if I lie down, my legs are straight. And it's, oh damn it, it's giving me a lot of spasm because it's been some days that I didn't walk. And by this time, I've lost a good amount of calorie. The next one is in the next video. Okay. Now I have to push my body a little backwards. Okay. Then pull this thing. Now I have to push my hands and pull my body up, which is a tedious task. I'll take some time for my legs to loose and then slowly stand on the floor and I'll try to loosen it a little. Okay. The first thing to do is to do some push up of my legs. Basically, stand on one leg by lifting my body a little to the right and lifting the left leg. Leg lifting. Yeah, and then do the same the other way. Put this leg down and lean towards the left side and lift the left leg. Sorry, right leg. Okay, so that's a lot of hip exercise that I need to do. Now to walk, same thing, towards the right, lift the leg, swing it front and stop it. It will take some time because my legs are very tight. Okay, try to push my left leg firmly on the floor. Okay, now push the walker, the other leg, and then swing this leg a little front. Stop. Try to firmly place the legs on the floor. So initially it will be difficult because my legs are tight now. Once a lot of load goes into the legs, it will become relaxed. Muscles will get used to it and get relaxed. I've not walked for a week or so, more than that. Yeah. So that's 3 steps for now. And I am sweating already. It's okay. Usually I switch on this fan today I forgot. It's okay. These initial steps are really tight, really tough. A lot of energy consuming. But yes, I can do it. Yeah, you have to do it. There's no other way around. And trust this walker. Yeah, much better, but it will be much more loose in another 15 to 20 minutes. Because now I take time to give each step, almost like 30-40 seconds per step. So that's like 100 meters in an hour. That's how I walk. So once the legs are loose, I can go that first, and I can get a balance. So once legs are loose, I get this balance. I can stand and lift. If it's tight, it'll have spasm, and then I lose the balance. Now it's loose, I can actually stand. Ready? So now that I've done with my walking, it's time to sit. So the thing is, I cannot directly sit because I have my legs straight. So if I sit directly, I cannot reach it. I'll go far behind. So, because I cannot fold my leg, fold my knee. Now, to that, what I'll do is, so I am touching my walker to the bed. I'll just move it a little forward, a little bit, because my legs are a little lengthy ones. Now I need to push my legs to the front. Only then I can exactly sit there. Right, and I need the support of this, otherwise I'll fall down. So that's why I move a little front, so that I get the room to swing my legs. So I push myself up, then do small swings, and then do a larger swing to touch that bottom part of the walker, like right. Now I have reached to the maximum point where I can go, and my full body weight is on my hands now. Slowly pushing my trunk forwards. Slowly, I sit down. That's how I sit. Okay, now that we're done with sitting, we just push this a little far so that our legs are just outside the. Now, first thing is remove this. Okay. Now unlock this. I need both hands. Unlock this side, and then I'll try to hold it with the finger and push it. Yeah. So now I can have my knees bent. Do the same thing with this leg as well. Open this up. Now it's fine. Both hands and hold it up. Now it's done. Same way, how do I put it? The same way how I put it. Remove the chappal first. So what next? So it's the same way that I do. Remove it. The right one goes on top of the left thigh, and then remove the chappal and the leg. I'll show you how. Alright, so this leg is on top of the other side. Remove the chappal. That goes, and then remove this thing. Alright, and then pull this out a little. Okay, so that my leg is outside. And then this goes down. That's all right. That's already out, you can see, because it's a little tight for me at the ankle, so I use to pull it. Some people have loose calicos, so then they can just pull it like this, which I'm not able to do because it's very tight over here. Now remove this. All right. Now pull this leg up. Use both hands. I'll just use both hands and take the caliper out. Yeah, like so. So I just used my other hand and then lifted this leg and then moved this caliper away from my body. Now this goes in here. So that's one leg. Same procedure. Put this leg on top of this. Remove the chappal. Remove the ankle. Unhook this, and then you're off the caliper. Be tight. Yeah. So after a little bit of walking, my legs will be a little loose, so it's easier to pull it out. All right. So that's there. I'm here and my wheelchair is there. So the next part is to bend a little forward, pull this wheelchair towards me, and then push this a little far, at least on this side, and then pull this towards me and lock it. Locking is always good for safety. Okay. And now I need to transfer to that. To transfer to that, what I do usually is one hand I place over here, very close to my body. So if you don't have a lot of power in your hands, you can place inside your thighs. But I prefer this because I can see where my hand is placed, and then the other hand goes in here. So one hand here, the other hand here, and then I would lean forward a little bit. Alright, so one hand here, the other hand over here, like so. I would push my trunk forwards to lift my butt up, and then slowly place my butt on the wheelchair. Let me try to capture this from here. Alright, so I'll just adjust a little bit. My legs, I'll adjust a little bit. So my legs are straight. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. That's my mother. She's looking at me taking the video. Now, one hand over here, the other hand over here. I push myself like so. It's lifted, and then put it on my wheelchair slowly and nicely. And adjust the legs, and then push yourself a little and sit properly. So now that my legs are very loose, I can actually push myself a little higher. But when it's too tight, it's still difficult for me to push myself a little higher. I just push that away. The sound that you hear is the walker. Okay, now I have space to come to the camera.